Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my students and learners. Today I am here in front of you. I am the newspaper analyst and I analyze the newspaper articles and I love reading English literature because yesterday and the day before yesterday, I have read an article named Principled Stand. This article is very related to the international news, and this article covers a various and an important critical aspect of education. And the name of the article is very impressive. The name of the article is very impressive. The principal stand. From the name, we are just expecting that the article is so bold. Principled means a thing that is very organized, a thing that is very organized, that is organized in a effective way. We say often in our daily life that be principled, be disciplined. Okay? To principled stand means that a stand, a responsibility or a stand के खड़ा होना, कि स्टैंड हम मैं इस चीज़ के साथ खड़ा हूँ. प्रिंसिपल मीन्स एक लॉफुल स्टैंड. ठीक है, और स्टैंड दैट टेक्स हेल्प फ्रॉम द लॉ. Principled means that is covering all the laws. That is a stand that is totally legitimate. It is totally lawable. And principled stand means that is totally ethical, upright, honest, virtuous. So, without wasting any time, we will start our paragraph or article. The war unleashed on American academia now has global attention. In this line, the author is saying that the war means the battle which has been started. Unleashed means releasing an animal that is being kept in a particular position. When you leave and when you release, when you liberate a animal that is being kept on a particular place, so you will say that I have unleashed my animal. So in this context, the war unleashed, it means the battle has been started on American academia. It means that the war has attacked, has started. The war has initiated on American academia, now has a global attention. That the war which has been started, which has been taken very critical situation on American academia means the related to education, the universities, the colleges, and the schools. So the on American academy means the education system now has global attention. Global attention means everyone in the world is noticing, and everyone is observing the situation, the war which has been started, which has been unleashed. Unleashed means releasing. अनलिस्ट का एक मतलब होता है, एक जो जनरल मीनिंग, द जनरल मीनिंग ऑफ अनलिस्ट इज releasing an animal that has been kept in a particular position. But in this context, the war has been started on American academia, on American education system, and this scenario is being is observed, is noticed, and is totally aware by the globally. ठीक है, every person in the whole world is noticing and is observing this situation. Okay, so the next we will move toward the next line. with Harvard University pushing back against the Trump administration's attempt to bring it to heel. Alumni, current and prospective students, and parents worldwide are wondering whether America could soon lose its spot as the most preferred destination for those seeking higher education. As you as you have noticed that this line is very long, so we will divide this line into two parts. With Harvard University pushing back against the Trump administration's attempt to bring it to heel, it means that Harvard University, the management of Harvard University, the students, the faculty of Harvard University, and the chief organizer, the director, the organizer, the governor, the administrator of Harvard University, the president of Harvard University, the person who is leading the Harvard University is totally against. Pushing back means totally against. That the person is opposing, the person is restricting, the person is showing the disagreement. Okay, the person is showing the disagreement, the opposition, the person is expressing that I am not with him, I'm not supporting him, I'm totally withstand him, I am totally standing, I am totally against him. So the Harvard University is totally pushing back, is totally opposing against the Trump administration. The government of Trump's taken the government of Trump's the government of Trump has tried to bring the Harvard University to heel. Bring it to heel is a phrase which means to destroy, to diminish, or to what we bring someone under control, bring someone to their knees, subdue karna, trample, overpower, colonize. Our power, the main focus, the main attempt of Trump's government is to over control the Harvard University. Trump claims that my government will control the Harvard University. Without my permission, the Harvard University will unable to take any measure without my permission. Harvard University must be take permission before doing any act. The Harvard University pushing back, but the response of Harvard University is totally opposite. The Harvard University is totally denying this attempt, that we will not give you any authority, that you have no power to control us. Okay? We will free, and we will liberate. We don't need your permission. Okay? We will independently administer our university. So the Trump's motive is to bring the Harvard University to heel. It means that the Trump administration, the Trump government is starting. It tries to make the Harvard University under control, but the main motive of Trump's government is to subdue the Harvard University and take control on the Harvard University, to influence the Harvard University, and to make it to bring the Harvard University under control. So this is the main motive, and alumni, current and prospective students. So the Harvard University is totally opposing and totally restricting and totally against, is totally disagreeing with the Trump's administration, that we will not give you any authority to control us, and the but Trump government is trying to bring the Harvard under control, and his alumni means the students, the individuals who have graduated earlier from this university, and current and prospective students. The current students who are studying and who are taking education, who are attending education from this university, and prospective students, those students who have desire to be a part of Harvard University and who wants to take admission in this university, but there is an but there is an but there is an but there is an but there is a restriction that they have not applied yet. They have not applied yet, but they have but they have desire that they have desire that we will be a part of Harvard University. So Trump's administration attempts, so that government of Trump wants to destroy, wants to bring the Harvard University under control, bring the alumni of Harvard University under control, bring the current students of Harvard University under control, and the prospective students under control. So this is the motive of Harvard University, that we want Harvard University, and that it's a requirement that if Harvard University will not obey our orders and not follow our orders, so we will destroy the Harvard University, because this why the Trump is going to subdue the Harvard University. What is the main reason behind this? So we will read the further passage, and the author will give us reason. So the next line: and parents worldwide are wondering whether America could soon lose its spot as the most preferred destination for those seeking higher education. And the parents all over the world are astonished, or wonder, वो हैरान, are astonished, are stunned कि क्या whether America could soon that America could America soon lose its spot, that America could fail, America could lose, deprived, impoverished, no longer have. America could no longer have a place as the most preferred destination for those seeking higher education. The students, the individuals who are looking for higher education, the folks who are looking for higher education, so their desire is to take admission in the most preferred, in the most reputable, in the most prestigious institution, which is known as Harvard University. But after this initiative, which is taken by the Trump's government, the parents all over the world are just saying that, are just interpreting that there are chances that America will lose its reputation as the most reputable destination, as the most reputable state that contain a most good and the most prestigious institution. So to recall, the administration has targeted several respected universities with funding cuts and other measures. To recall, if we will recall that the government of Donald Trump has targeted, has made target to the several multiple reputable and prestigious universities, esteemed universities who have a very reputation all over the world. Those universities who are very respect and very honor in all over the country. So the government started, and the government try to cut the funds which is provided by the government to the universities and other measures. So the government decided, if the Harvard University and other university will not follow our rules, so we will cut the funds which is provided by us. So publicly means openly in the public. It claims these universities have failed to adequately combat anti-Semitism. Publicly, the Donald announced, the Donald commenced that. These universities are failed. These universities have failed to adequately combat anti-Semitism. These universities are have totally failed in fighting with, in combating, in confronting the anti-Semitism. Anti-Semitism means violating or discrimination, prejudice, and biasness for the Jews. Anti-Semitism means discrimination, prejudice, hostility or violence against Jews as Jews or Jewish institutions or as Jewish. Anti-Semitism means, if I will talk about in simple language, so anti-Semitism means anti-Semitism means discrimination, prejudice, and biasness for the Jewish people. Trump is saying that these universities are failed. These universities have failed to fighting with anti-Semitism, to discrimination, prejudice, and hostility or violence against Jews or as Jews. Okay. Donald said that these universities are failed. These universities have failed to fighting against anti-Semitism. For example, if I will say that combat means fight, and anti-Semitism means discrimination, biasness, prejudice against Jewish के खिलाफ discrimination करना. Discrimination means गैर means फाना कि discrimination means giving not equal rights. ठीक है, not giving equal rights, that for example a woman and man, they both are gender, they both are different gender, and if I will prioritize the man upon the woman, so I am doing the discrimination, because for example I am living in a country that in that country the constituent of that country is saying that you are not allowed to discriminate upon the gender. So if I will do the discrimination, so I am violating the law. So this is called discriminating. So people of the Harvard are discriminating on the Jews, because they are saying they are discriminating. They are not giving the rights. They are not giving they are not prioritizing. They are not giving the basic rights to the Jews, and they are just doing the discrimination, and next doing the prejudice against the Jewish people. Prejudice means तासुब जिसे हम उर्दू में कहते हैं. Prejudice means feeling and thinking that someone is lower and I am the superior. That prejudice means contemplating that I am superior and he is the inferior. I have more authority and he is less. He is underprivileged. So prejudice. So people of Harvard are doing prejudice against the Jewish people, that they are not giving value to the Jewish people. And second is hostility. Hostility means dushmani, harm. They are not physically. They are just physically harming the Jewish people. They are mentally torturing the Jewish people, and this is called anti-Semitism. Anti-Semitism means doing the discrimination, doing the prejudice, and doing the hostility against the Jewish people. Why the people of Harvard is doing this? This is the reason. The reason of doing this is followed under. So evidently, a reaction to most young Americans refusing to accept Israel's atrocities in Gaza as justified. Yes, this is the reason to why the Harvard University is doing anti-Semitism. So the government of United States of America is totally against the Harvard University. They are saying that the government of United States is saying that don't do the anti-Semitism and fight against the anti-Semitism, confront the anti-Semitism. But the people, the students, the faculty, and the management of Harvard University is doing the anti-Semitism. So why they are doing? They are doing because they are just against the Israel's atrocities in Gaza, because the Israel's bombardment in Gaza is justified. Everyone is talking, everyone is justifying, everyone is defending that Israel is doing the wrong. Israel is totally demolishing the Gaza country. They are just violating the laws. They are just doing the brutality. They are just doing the inhumanity. They are just promoting the barbarity in Gaza. That's why the people of Harvard University is against the government of USA. Evidently, a reaction to most young Americans. Yes, this is prominently, and what we say that it is the prominently, it is the apparently, and it is the obviously a reaction to most young Americans refusing to accept Israel's atrocities in Gaza as justified. I have already told you in detail that why the people and why the young Americans is doing this, because they are refusing, they are denying to accept Israel's bombardment, Israel's barbarity and Israel's ferocity, Israel's ruthlessness and Israel's viciousness in Gaza, which is justified means which is approved, which is sectioned, which is what we say that which is approved, which is accepted, which is sectioned by all over the world. All over the world is proving that this Israel is doing wrong. Israel is just violating, is just killing, is just doing the massacre in Gaza. The next line, however, as other observers see it, the campaign is a symptom of general conservative paranoia about the liberal values espoused by most institutions of higher learning. So now, however, jabke, as other observers, the person who is observing is called observer. The person who is observing, the analyst and the journalist and the experts are just observing all the scenario that is happening in the USA, and they are saying that this campaign, which is led by the USA, United States of America, a campaign that is against the Harvard University, is a symptom, is a sign of a general conservative paranoia about the liberal values espoused by most institutions of higher learning. Yes, observers are saying that this campaign, which led by the United States, is a sign of general conservative paranoia. Yes, this is a sign that the people in the power, that the people in the authority are paranoia का मतलब होता है terrify, terror, intimidate. They are just worry about the liberal values, because here the most interesting line I will suggest to you that you must give a great consideration on this line. This line is most important. The author is saying that the campaign is a symptom. Yes, this campaign, the campaign which led by the United States of America and and against the Harvard University is a sign, is a sign that the general conservative paranoia, that the people in the power, the prime minister, the president, and the management and the government. Here we can take government. That the government is of general conservative paranoia, that this government is totally conservative. Conservative means a traditional, acting upon the tradition, that they are against the revolution. We can, in simple terms, if I talk about the politics, so it means the right wing, the rightiest party. So the Trump supports the Trump supports the right wing. So that's why they are against the revolution. They don't want that the people of the Harvard become more revolutionized. They are more they are more developed. They become more, what we say, that in power. They don't want the people of Harvard in power. That's why they are against the revolution. In simple terms, they are supporting the rightist right wing. They are on the right wing, and they are conservative, and they are just terrifying that that this liberal values is the institutions are espoused means espoused means creating. Espoused means supporting, encourage, shoulder back. Espoused mean supporting. So the most institutions of higher learning, those institutions who are giving higher education, who are providing and offering higher education, are supporting the liberal values. Now the liberal values means the liberal persons prioritize the freedom. For example, I am a person, and I value the liberty. Here the means liberal values means you can replace the value by priority. You can replace for better clarity and concept. For clearing your concept, you can replace the liberal values by priority. That liberal priorities. That if I am a person and I prioritize the liberty, the freedom of speech, the freedom of expression. That's why the government of United States of America, the conservative government, the right wing government, the terrified conservative government is afraid of that what is happening in America, is totally afraid, is totally terrified that what is happening in America, that the people of Harvard University is doing the revolutionary, is just changing, is just revolutionizing the people, that they are raising voice for the Gaza people, because in the perspective of the people living, attaining education in Harvard, they are just about they are just supporting the freedom. They are saying that we have the authority, we have the freedom, we have the liberty to raise voices. No one can stop us, because it is the responsibility, it is the basic right of every individual that is living in a country, that to raise voices for every citizen. A person that is watching, and a person that is criticizing a person, anything that a person don't like, so there is every, for example, if I am watching a fight and I don't like that fight, and I criticize that a conflict, so I will raise voices. I will raise a voice against that brutality, that what is happening it, because I am supporting and I have freedom of speech. My government allows us to free speech and to give voices against this. That's why the government of that's why the observers, the analysts, and the experts are observing that the campaign, the demonstration, and the initiative taken by the U.S. United States is a sign of general conservative paranoia. Is a sign that they are promoting the conservative side. They are promoting the liberal. They are not promoting. They are promoting the rightist rightist wing, that we are against the revolutionary. And if you know that the people and the students of Harvard is talking about the revolution, and that they are just raising voices for the Gaza, and they are just supporting, they are just backing and shouldering the Gaza by in the higher education. And this higher education, and those institutions who are giving higher education is supporting the students, that we are with you. and लिबरल वैल्यूज यानी वो वैल्यूज जो एक लिबरल इंसान के अंदर होते हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल, अगर मैं एक आज़ाद शख्स हूँ और मैं प्रायोरिटी करूँगा कि हर शख्स आज़ाद हो, हर शख्स के पास लिबर्टी हो, एवरी पर्सन हैव फ्रीडम, एवरी पर्सन हैव अथॉरिटी टू गिव a bold speech without any pressure. If I am a liberal, if I am a free person, and in my perspective, I will prioritize that I want freedom. That's why the students of Harvard is saying that why the government is pressuring us, because it's our obligation, it's our right that we will raise voices when we will raise voices, and we will condemn every action which we don't like, because it's our life, it's our government. Okay? We are responsible. We are the person who have decided the government, and what we don't want, we will condemn it. Everything, we have authority that we will condemn every single activity which we don't like. Unreasonable activity, unjustifiable activity, unexcusable activity, if we see, so we must condemn. It's our right. The next line: through its campaign, the Trump administration wishes to assert American values instead of woke culture. Through its campaign, अपने कैंपेन के जरिए, थ्रू इट्स कैंपेन, द अमेरिकन प्राइम मिनिस्टर डोनाल्ड, द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ डोनाल्ड wishes to assert American values. The government of Trump wants that we will support and we will back the American values instead of woke culture. American values, the values, the things that American value. The thing that American value is called American values. I am repeating the concept of American values. American values means the things that American value, American prioritize, American support, American accept. The things that American support, American prioritize, American accept. ठीक है? Instead of woke culture, that Donald government is saying that we are supporting the values of American. We are prioritizing the values of American, but we are totally against the woke culture. So what does woke culture refers to? Woke culture mean a demonstration a campaign or a demonstration. We can say that a woke culture is a demonstration, a group of people, a mob who are talking about the freedom, the liberty, the freedom of speech, and are raising voices against any brutality that is happening across the country, across the world. So this is called woke culture. Woke culture is a group of people or an demonstration or a gathering in which the people talks about or raise voices against any brutality that is happening across the country or across the world, or they are talking about the liberty, they are talking about the freedom, they are talking about the freedom of speech, and they are just trying to revolutionize, they are just trying to bring the revolutionary changes in the country. So this is called the woke culture. So Donald Trump, as I have already discussed, that Donald Trump is just terrified about the revolutionary, because their conservative government, they are supporting the rightist wing of the government. That's why they're totally against the revolution. So this is called the woke culture. So that's why the Trump is saying that we will support the American values, and in American values, from the beginning and from the origination, the American will prioritizing the Israel, whether the Israel will do any brutality, if the Israel is crossing limits, so we will support it. जो भी इसराइल करेगा हम उसे सपोर्ट करेंगे, because this is the value of the Americans. From the beginning ये एक अमेरिकन की प्रायोरिटी है कि जब भी जो भी इसराइल करेगा we will prioritize, because this includes in the values of American. अमेरिकन की values के अंदर आता है कि we will support, we will back, we will shoulder, we will just endorse any activity, we will support any brutality, in whether it is so harm or so cruel. We have not such consent with it. We have no concern with it, whether the Israel do any strong, any harsh brutality or heinous crimes. But we are just to support. Our aim is to support the Israel, whether the actions of Israel is condemnable or not, whether the Israel is cross limit or not, whether the Israel cross the limits of brutality, whether the Israel do anything, but we will support Israel. This is the American values. So Trump is saying that we will support the American values, and we are totally against this woke culture. Within these values, unquestioning support for Israel ranks right at the top. Yes, the author is already told us that in values के अंदर जो है वो बिना किसी सवाल किए इसराइल की जो सपोर्ट है वो सबसे ऊपर है. In this values I have already discussed with you. Now the last paragraph. In an escalation of its campaign, the government recently attempted to block Harvard from enrolling international students. When this campaign escalates, when this campaign take any critical condition, when this campaign moves towards and adopted a very serious and very critical situation, so in this escalation means that every country, every prominent country have attention on this situation that is happening in USA. So after the escalation, after the seriousness, after the critical situation that is occurring in this state, so the government government tried to block the Harvard from enrolling international students. The government started to block the Harvard from enrolling, from admitting the students from the international countries. The government blocked the Harvard, that you are not allowed to admit the students in your university. So the next is Harvard has now sued for its right. Sue means claim, appeal करना, petition करना, ask, seek, take legal action against, institute, introduce, take legal action against. Yes. Harvard has now sued for its right. Yes, Harvard University has taken a legal action against the government of USA, the current government of USA, the Donald. Yes, Harvard University, the management, the president of Harvard University is ready for taking any legal action for its rights, because it's the right of Harvard that what we want we will do. So Harvard is not, without its international students, Harvard is not Harvard. Yes, Harvard is totally depend on the international students, the students from the Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, USA, London, many countries, South America, North America, Europe, Germany. There are many multiple countries, and Harvard is take students from multiple countries. So Harvard is totally depend on the international students, and Harvard is saying that without international students, Harvard is not Harvard. That Harvard, the grace of Harvard is with the people of is with the international students. That 389 years old school stated in its plaint. Plaint means the 389. Harvard is very old institution, and at least 389 years Harvard is established. Harvard has been established for 389 years, and they have just stated means bolna. They have just submitted. They have just registered their complaint in the judicial system. The government, meanwhile, accused one of the most highly regarded universities in the world of fostering violence, anti-Semitism, and coordinating with the Chinese Communist Party. Yes, the government of USA, United States of America, meanwhile accused, put allegations on the most reputable university, which is called the Harvard University in the world. And yes, the government put allegations on the Harvard University that this university is promoting violence. This university is creating chaos, and this university is doing the is promoting the brutality and anti-Semitism, and they are doing the discrimination. They are doing the prejudice against the Jews, and they are coordinating. They are supporting. They are just collaborating with the Chinese Communist Party. Chinese Communist Party means the party which support the revolutionary changes, which is the right wing, which support the right wing, which is the rightest wing party. So as the USA is a left, as the US is a rightist, and it support the conservative perspective, and America and the USA and China is supporting the communism, the communist government, and the revolutionary state, and the left wing. So that's why it is totally, there is a complete contradiction between USA and Chinese. So the Chinese government put allegations on this Harvard University that it is promoting violence, anti-Semitism, and coordinating with the Chinese Communist Party. Many are closely watching the university and cheering its stand. Yes, all over the world, many observers, many experts, and many analysts are just paying tribute, are admiring the stand, the courage, and the and bold response, bold stand, and the gut of the Harvard University, that Harvard University has taken a very bold step with the most powerful president and the most powerful country, most powerful government in the world. Columbia University, another respected institution, had disappointed many by kowtowing to the Trump administration. Yes, Columbia University, another reputable and prestigious, esteemed institution, had disappointed उम्मीद किया by kowtowing to the Trump administration. By kowtowing means by supporting or by shouldering or by show too much respect to someone in authority. That Columbia University is completely supporting is completely showing too much support to the Trump government, and they are the allies. They became the ally of Trump administration. Harvard, on the other hand, refuses to surrender our academic independence and to submit to the federal government's illegal assertion of control over our curriculum, our faculty, and our student body. Yes, Harvard take another step. Harvard is refusing. Harvard refuses. Harvard denies. Harvard defies that we will not surrender. We will not allow you to we will not allow you to insert and to interfere and to intervene and to contravene our academic independence and to submit to the federal government's illegal assertion, and we will not submit that we will not submit our we will not submit our prestige. We will not submit our independence to the federal government's illegal assertion. That this is the illegal claims by the USA, United States of America. This is the illegal states by the United States of America. This is the illegal and the totally condemnable assertions being दावा करना. ठीक है, just the United States of America is proclaiming is just claiming that Harvard is supporting violence, anti-Semitism, etc. This and Harvard is claiming that this is totally illegal assertion of control our curriculum, of control our curriculum, our faculty, and our student body. In a nutshell, simply put, Harvard, on the other hand, does not allow the federal government as well as the government of USA that you are not allowed to harm and to harm our academic independence, academic autonomy, and we will not submit our curriculum, our faculty, and our student body to the federal government because it's our authority. You are not allowed. You have no control. You have no authority to control our Harvard University. In the words of its president, Alan Garber. Alan Garber is the president of Harvard University. This is the words of Alan Garber that we will not surrender. We will not give you. We will not allow you to harm our academic autonomy, and we will not submit. We will not allow you to control our curriculum, our faculty, and our student body. It is a brave stand. Yes, the author is saying that it is a very brave and bold and gut stand. But the Harvard is showing have Harvard shown so much guts and so much courage because it is very what we say that it is very difficult to stand against a very very established and very powerful government. There are few who would dare defy the most powerful person in the world. Yes, of course, I have already discussed that there are very few persons, there are very few organizations, there are very few institutions that have dare, that have courage, that could take action against the most powerful person in the world, called the Donald Trump. Harvard University, though, seems intent on proving that principles are not just for textbooks but also for everyday life. Yes, Harvard University have proved that principles, the principle that we have taught in our institutions are not for textbooks. Are not just only for learning. They are for application. They are for execution. They are for implementation. That's why this is the whole passage. I salute you. I salute you, the management of Harvard University. I salute you, the president of Harvard University, and especially I pay tribute. I pay prestige. I admire the stand of students that are studying there. Salute to you.